this is my new favorite controller. Hey there, this episode of SomeGadgetGuy is brought to you by viewers like you, all of the incredible people sharing content across social media, and the amazing generosity of my patrons at patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. More on those awesome nerds later in the video. The folks at Gamesir sent this my way a couple months ago for me to test drive and review and share my thoughts, and I've just been using it. I've not really been reviewing it. This is the Cyclone 2, and it's replacing my previous favorite controller, the Gamesir T4 Cyclone. That shouldn't be too surprising, right? The update to my last favorite controller is my new favorite controller. Is not to say you can't find a more professional controller, but for me, it's a combo of great hardware at a competitive price, and that this is a really flexible controller that pairs well with just about every other computer in my home that I might want to play a game on. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. We've got fancy hardware to discuss. Gamesir MagRes TMR sticks. Now, the big claim that these are more durable and more accurate than either potentiometer or Hall effect sticks. I've been using them for a couple months, and I know for a fact that I'm not the kind of gamer who's really going to drive these so hard I'd have to worry about failures. The older Cyclone Hall effect sticks have a lot of miles on them, but they're still doing me fine. We've got good action on the D-pad, micro switches on the ABXY, nice and sharp and clicky there. Underside back buttons. Now, the bumpers are a little soft for my tastes, but the triggers are really fun. Gamesir now has a hardware switch, so you can have linear action, which is great for racing games, or you can lock the trigger and turn it into a micro switch, which is going to be better for shooters. Clever little trick, it works really well. Now, we also have a full suite of options to customize lighting and the buttons and the switches and the stick. Dead zone, you can toggle polling rates and see the gyros in action. Also new for the Cyclone, it still comes with the dongle, but it also now includes a charge dock with the USB port. Now, it's still kind of sad that the USB dongle was USB-A, but now you can hook up the dock over a USB-C cable if you want and plug the dongle into the dock. That way, when you set the controller down, it's charging, and when you pick it back up, it'll connect to that dongle. And that's what makes me so happy about the Cyclone. It's got the same system for connection where you press one of the ABXY while you turn it on, and that changes the connection. Separate modes for Windows, iOS, Android, the Nintendo Switch. Options to connect over Bluetooth or that proprietary dongle, or you can just plug it in over a cable. I've been using it with Windows and Android and my Steam Deck, and it's pretty great. And it retains my favorite ergonomic feature from the original Cyclone. The front mount by the USB-C is the same. The same phone cradle that slides onto these rails will work on the new Cyclone controller. I know, I get it. So many people like that cradle extending style controller, and Gamesir sells a really good cradle that extends and clamps to either side of your phone, but I prefer a more traditional controller form factor and floating my phone above the buttons and sticks. Especially on my phones that have really crazy camera bumps, this has consistently worked better for me. But different strokes for different folks, right? One of the only nitpicks I have here, the Gamesir PC software is available through the Microsoft Store, but I wish Gamesir would allow for a direct download so folks could just save the full installer. I mean, there is an installer you download, but just links you to the Microsoft Store. Gamesir probably isn't going anywhere anytime soon, but I am getting a little anxious about hardware that needs specific apps or software to fully function. This is not unique to Gamesir, just in general, I want more options to save the apps and programs used by various gadgets and accessories and make sure we always have access to that software. But it's wild how good this hardware is getting without prices going crazy. There is a tier of gamer who will definitely want more intricate paddles and adjustments and more customizable hardware, or needs different accessibility options. Totally get that. but this is closer to the price point of a standard Xbox wireless controller, but with more flexible options for connections, and it includes the snazzy little charge dock. It's the highest praise I can give any gadget. I really was just having fun using it, and I kind of forgot to make this video sooner because I was using it to have the fun. So, I will of course leave some links down below this video where you can find more information on Gamesir controllers, this new Cyclone specifically, now definitely my favorite controller in my collection. I love breaking this stuff in and testing it with a variety of different solutions, and especially maybe hipping people to some options they might not have considered. If you're a mobile gamer, being able to pair something like this is really good times. The folks who get to see the results of my testing and my reviews and my editorials first are my incredible patrons, all of the people on patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. A huge thank you from the bottom of my heart. This list of names scrolling by on your screen right now, these are the people that are helping to keep the lights on here in the Gadget Lab, and my videos, reviews, editorials would not be possible without their support. They're basically the coolest collection of tech pals in the universe, so I hope you'll check them out. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet, at SomeGadgetGuy, basically everywhere these days, but I'm trying to spend a bit more time on the Mastodons, a little on the Blueskis, a lot less so on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Threads, definitely not on the dumpster fire site, and I will catch you all on the next review.